Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Muse. I am Ginger Hopper. How are y'all doing today? Hmm? Well, today is Thursday, and I know that because I thought yesterday was Thursday and found out it was Wednesday in the middle of doing my live when the reality set in. Uh, we're going to talk about some hard truth today. So, uh, let me just tell you right now, most of you are going to get to this point and you're going to hit dismiss because you don't want to hear it. But I'm going to say it anyway. So hopefully you'll stick around for a few minutes and hear what I have to say. All right. So it's truth time. Guys, all morning long, I'm driving the bus. I'm just driving along. And I'm always praying, like, God, tell me what to give today. Tell me what someone needs today. Just give me the words to say. And I couldn't think anything. And finally, something on the way home popped in my head. And you guys, you know, I always tell the truth. So I'm going to tell you the truth. Me and God have been fighting for a while here. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, he said, quit your job. Now, I had been saying, uh, why can't you have enough faith in me, Matt? Don't you think that in 2 weeks I can have this business up and going and I can be okay? And and so God told me to quit my job. And I said, not yet, God. Well, I didn't even know it was God talking because I wasn't listening. Shame. And so I went along and I worked the next 2 weeks. And lo and behold, after that 2 weeks was up that I should have been done with my job, all this bad stuff started happening. Tuesday was horrible. Yesterday was just scary. And then I went, that's it. I'm giving my 2 week notice. And Matt said, absolutely, you should. So I gave my 2 week notice. And then I said, oh, if I would have done this when I was supposed to, I wouldn't have gone through any of this. So the point is to listen. You have to listen. You can't just pray about something and then not listen for the answer. Hello. It's like when I was young, wouldn't listen to my mom. Could have saved a lot of grief, but then I wouldn't have been where I am today, which is stronger in faith, stronger in following what's right. But as with my mother, I'm still learning. So, with that being said, this morning on my way home and praying and asking, what should I talk about today? God said, you're going to talk about me today. And I was like, okay, so what am I going to say? And, this thing came over me. And I said, well, I'm getting so many viewers. I don't want people to go away. I don't want them to leave my lives. And, they don't listen to it anyway. And oops. I got home and I was like, what was it I was going to talk about today? And there was nothing because I once again threw my little temper tantrum and decided not to listen, which needless to say made me late coming on my live because I said, God, I'm going to listen to you. Okay. I'm just going to start reading the Bible. I'm going to thumb through it. I'm going to keep reading different things till I find out what you want me to talk about. And finally, after being late, he said, what were you worried about this morning, Ginger? What's the easiest way to lose friends? So that's what this is about. What is the easiest way to gain an enemy? Ooh, this is good. First of all, I'd like to read you a little. I'm going to call it a poem, and you tell me what you think. She sobs through the night, tears stream down her cheeks. Among all of her lovers, there is no one left to comfort her. And all her friends have betrayed her and became her enemy. Those of you who know that this is not a poem. This is Lamentations 1, 2. And when I read that, it struck me as God told me what to talk about today and said, Ginger, You need to talk about me today. Somebody needs to hear from me today." And I was like, best way to lose viewers. Hmm. And so then he gives me the best way to gain an enemy. So why do you get, and I see people popping on and off already because she said the word God. We can't listen to that. We might learn something. Guys, the one thing I do know, deny me in front of your friends, I will deny you before my Father. And I don't care how much I don't feel like talking about it sometimes. If he tells me to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. May not be what he told me to talk about at first because now he's got to teach me a lesson on top of talking to you. So, the easiest way to lose a friend is just that, or to, I'm sorry, to gain an enemy is just that. You start talking about God. Gone. Oh, she's one of those Bible thumpers. Hmm. Don't want to be her friend. Did you know she did this and she does that? And oh, she's one of those holy rollers. But you know what? I saw her say a bad word the other day. She's a hypocrite. Hmm. Am I a hypocrite? Or am I what's that word? Satan? Sorry, that didn't go with that. The only reason why I did that is because the SNL comedy show just came up in my head where the church lady was always doing the thing and she's going, what is that? Satan? Okay, so no, in reality, no, what am I? A sinner. A sinner is what that's what I am. Okay, I'm a sinner. And guess what? I have news for you. If there's anybody who's more holy than thou on here, I have a little secret for you too. You're a sinner too. I know. I know. You're shocked, right? But guess what? That person that is up on that pedestal that we hold so high, that author, that football player, that actor, actress that oh, I'd give anything to be them. Guess what? They are your equal because they are a sinner also. I know, right? People watching me right now, guess what? I am not better than you. You're also not better than me. We are equal. You know how when your parents have like 3, 4 kids, whatever, they have all these kids, and the kids always say, "You love me more. You love me. Mom loves me more. Dad loves me more." And the parents always say, "I love you all equally." Hmm. Who's your father? He loves us all equally. You're sitting in a prison cell right now and you've murdered somebody, and you're cussing up a storm and you're tramping around there trying to smuggle drugs in. Okay, that's person A. Person B, I go to church every Sunday. I wear the best clothes. I'm always proper. My knees are always covered. I help at the homeless shelter. I um I tithe twice as much as anybody else does. Who's the better person? No sin is greater. In God's eyes, you are the same. The difference is you were both given choices. Maybe the one made bad choices. Maybe the other one's also making the same bad choices. Theirs are just behind the closed doors. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I tell you one thing, I would rather lose a friend and have them become my enemy because they chose to not follow my willing to follow Jesus than I am having a friend because I'm being a blatant hypocrite. I can turn my back on God for this friend. And then this friend, these are church friends. So now I'm going to act all holier than thou. You might as well be the person in the prison cell that just disobeys God completely. And not all prisoners. These are just examples, guys. I don't know what happened. Wow, that was so weird. My whole thing just bleeped out. Anyway, apparently the computer does not want me talking about God. And I was listening to my mentor this morning, and she says she had on this shirt and it said something. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty awesome. And she said, somebody says, "Hey, I love your shirt." And she says, "Oh, thank you. You can go to whatever to get this. It's got all kinds of sayings." And let me tell you, I think that we should wear our words on our shirt because we're looked at, I don't know, a two-eyed cretin or something. I don't know. She came up with something. And she said, that's what people view us as if we stand our ground. But if we wear it on our shirt and we show everybody and we stand our ground being that cretin, then we're standing up in Christ's name. If we want to hide it, we're not doing what we're supposed to do. People, I'm not a hypocrite. I do things wrong. I'm a sinner like the next person. And going to church, here's my biggest pet peeve. Okay, a church is for the sinner. Sinners need to be in church. That means everybody. Does that mean the building down the street or across the field or wherever? Does it mean I need to go to that building every Sunday and then I'm a Christian? Yay! No, it means where two or more gather in the name of God and worship his name are the church. So let me see. I have 3 viewers right now live. We must be at church because we're fellowshipping together. Even though I'm the only one talking, I'm not preaching. No. The reason why we go to church is the building is a hospital for the sinner to show up and learn about God. If you're showing up to the building just to make an appearance, that's not going to get you to heaven. If you're sleeping through the service and you're not getting anything, but you showed up, it's not going to get you anywhere. What's going to get you somewhere is you open up this book and you listen to the words as you're reading them and you talk to God and you say, "Lord, I am a sinner. I know I'm messed up. Please forgive me. Please come into my heart. Help me to be better today than I was yesterday. Forgive me of my sins." It's not rocket science. It's all right here. There, our kids are born and we say, "Hey, I wish they came with an instruction manual." They did. Open it up. Open it up. I dare you. Open it up. And then you read something like, "She sobs through the night, tears stream over her cheeks. Among all her lovers, there was no one left to comfort her. All her friends have betrayed her and become her enemy." I don't know what the context is on this particular verse because I didn't read past that. All I read was that, and it was enough to tell me that if I'm going to church and I'm talking about God and I'm praising my Father, then people are going to become my enemy. And you know what? I don't care because I'm going to pray for you, I'm going to love you, and I'm going to be hugging you, and I'm going to be rooting you on because you know what? So is he. Because there is nobody that is going to love you more or get you through what you got to get through than our Father. Guys, I have days. I have days where I'm so down and I'm just, and I'll say a couple bad words, I'll do whatever, and I don't live like I'm a Christian. It happens. It absolutely happens. I'm a freaking human. Hello. It happens. Does that mean I'm a hypocrite? No, it means I'm a child of God. I'm a sinner. Do you think I don't go ask for forgiveness? I absolutely do. Now, for those of you who were not able to finish watching this because I said the word God, I'm so sorry you missed it. 9 times out of 10, I don't even know what I'm saying. I get all fired up, and when I shut off this video, like, this time, like, when I get all riled up and I get loud, it's just because 'cause I'm passionate about it. And I tell you what, there's some times where I get off this video and I go in the other room and I'm like, I'm hot and sweaty, and I'm like, "Man, I'm tired. What did I even talk about? I don't even know." And I don't like to go back and watch my video that day because I'm like, "Oh, I didn't do this right. I needed to fix this, and oh, I shouldn't have said that." So I don't watch it for a few days, and I watch it a few days later and go, "Oh, it's too late now because it's out there and the world has seen it." I do that on purpose because I'm human and I'm going to judge me, but I'm not even allowed to judge myself. I have one judger, and I'm going to try every day to be a little bit better for him. And I pray every day that he helps me and allows me to walk the path I'm supposed to. And if I have an off day, you can bet the other day I threw out a word in front of my coworkers that I don't use. And I went back the next day and I said, you know, I don't use that kind of language and I'm sorry. And they're like, they used it back and said, "Ooh, who cares? Because it's no big deal. It doesn't offend me." And I looked at her and I said, well, it should. It should. I said, I'm a child of God. I don't use that kind of language. And God uses me to be an appearance of good, even though I'm a sinner and I don't do everything right. I try. And she goes, "Oh, oh, oh." Oh." She got so uncomfortable. And I said, "So anyway, that's just me. I apologize. But I will not apologize for worshiping God online, in person, behind closed doors, in public. It doesn't matter. I will not apologize for that. You don't have to watch my show. Hmm. But I pray for you anyway. And if I didn't care and I didn't love you, I wouldn't put it on here." It's Thankful Thursday, and I am so thankful that you're all here still. I love you. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 right here in the Morning Muse. Have a great day.